Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Trade Ideas Live Trading Room recap for Tuesday, November the 3rd. My name is Barry Enerson. I'm the moderator of the trading room. This is the address to get into the room, and the room is open from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm live on the mic starting at 9. Usually in the room, excuse me, usually in the room at about quarter to 9. And sometimes I stick around a little after 4 o'clock to answer some questions. But on the mic, I say from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Well, it's going to be a bit of a short one, guys. Really, I just want to concentrate on our new AI channel. I've been talking about it too much in the last little while. I've been waiting for them to come up with some new strategies, and boy, did they ever. Um, if you've been following my videos over the last 2 to 3 weeks, you know that about 2.5 weeks ago, we introduced the AI channel to everybody. Now, I had had access to it before then, but it was on a Wednesday, Thursday, Friday that I guess about almost a week and a half ago that we unearthed it for everybody, and it really performed well. But then last week, it wasn't that great, and we're Tuesday now, so Monday it wasn't that great. But we've been waiting. Dan Merkin, our CEO, had been telling me that they were working on brand new strategies, bases as they're called, and I think they worked very well today. I mean, and not just because we've got a profit of 6.22 in this particular strategy, and but though we haven't seen profits like that in about a week and a half. But even the ones that didn't work very well, they didn't work badly. I mean, 16 trades, a total of 88 cents lost over 16 trades. So it's not like because last week, we had some of the strategies that were down $3 or $4 or so. So I'm very encouraged by the new strategies, and they're sort of a mixed bag. I mean, they have strategies here that I've never really seen them use before, or filters or alerts that I've never seen them use before. Like here's obviously a Fibonacci, a 78% alert. 5-day lows. They're looking at 5-day lows, so under $20. Well, obviously, if they're going to go long and it gets triggered, they're assuming that, if it's been down 5 days in a row, it's due to bounce back some. Now, there are other filters in place that are going to hopefully help that along, but it's just that they've got different looking strategies now. The big block, only one penny pump. Now, I have to tell you, the penny pumps are starting to work again. Some of the ones, especially. In fact, I think yesterday one of the ones that was triggered was EMES. Let me see what it's doing right now. This was unbelievable. Yeah, I mean, I think it was triggered yesterday at today it was triggered at 5. I know that. And I think somebody told me yesterday it was triggered at 3 something. So it couldn't have been yesterday. Well, yeah, let me just look at the daily on it. I think somebody told me it was triggered at 3:10 or something. So and it might have been a 2-day hold on it. One of the things that they're working on, I mean, there's going to be a lot of different things added to our AI strategy window, but obviously the ability to do historicals, to see how did it do yesterday, how did it do the day before, how did it do on the week, so that I wouldn't have to wonder about at what point did EMES trigger? Was it a 2-day hold? What was the price point? I could just do a historical. I'm going to find out. But they've added a lot of columns also. You can see there's like a little heat map of the today's performance. But if I look at the columns, here are all the different columns. I think here are some of the ones that are you might not have. Let's see. Okay, I think over here we'll see some of them. Oh, actually, you know what? I think they're in the individual strategies. But at any rate, there are a lot of more columns that you can add, ways in which you can look at the at the individual strategies. Right now, of course, all I do is I'm just sorting on the profit column to get the top profit at the top, and which is fine. I'll probably continue to do that. But there'll be other columns that are going to be added. I think what I'm trying. Let's see, take a look here. If I just click on this particular column and take a look. Yeah, you see here. So it's not available on the overall strategy menu, but in the individual strategies, you can take a look at what the maximum profit would have been. Oops.
Just
Okay, that was Dan. I don't know if you guys picked that up. I don't know if that was coming through on in this recording, but Dan popped into the room and just basically did a recap of his trades. But anyway, you can see all of the different columns, many different columns that are going to be added. Sorry about that. In such a rush to get back to the room that I forgot to do some of the little things I should do, disabling emails and stuff like that. But you see all these different columns, and tomorrow they're going to have the webinar, the Q&A webinar. I'm sure they're going to go over all these different columns. Right now the stop price. The smart stop is still not being acted on. You can see it here, but a lot of the strategies still say, a stop of $1. That'll get added in. But lots and lots of great things are going to start happening in our AI window, and I'm really excited about it. Over the last week and a half, it's been a little bit dry, stale old strategies, but now they're starting to get some other strategies in here. And I mean, this has been a great one today. It's up 742 right now. So what does that mean exactly? Now there are a lot of strategies, granted, but in theory, if you took every single trade, and just say for argument's sake, you put $100 or 100 shares on each trade, you'd be up $622, less commissions, of course, and all that. But I'm really finding that this is what they've done is a great job creating different types of strategies, different types of looks. Interesting, there were no swing trades today. Doesn't mean that there won't be any swing trades coming up. It's just that I guess the AI channel, maybe they just haven't developed them yet. But very excited about what it's going to look like. Now, let's just take a look at a couple of trades that I did do. And why I did them. Tizu was disappointing. There's no question about it. Take a look at a 15-minute candle. Get the pre-market. It was an earnings play. So why was I excited about it? Well, you can see yesterday it closed at 918, and in the pre-market it was just over 10. So just take a look at the daily chart, and you can see why I was a little bit excited about it because obviously at 10, breaking through 10 was getting through all this, and it had a nice little gap up to 1277. But that wasn't the real reason I was excited about it. Is that it was? Let me bring this over here and put Tizu in here. Well, it obviously helps to type in the right symbol. Okay, look at the float. Really low float. So that attracted me. And it was an earnings play today. Earnings released before the market opened. So if you recall, we had one of those earlier. I think it was on Friday, perhaps. And now it was cheaper than Tizu, but it was an earnings play, something that didn't trade very much, which is the same as Tizu. It was something that really didn't trade very much, but today was its day, and so I was really expecting, hoping that it would, once it broke through 10, it would really have a run. Anyway, it just wasn't to be. Not going to go over it. I got in at 10:15. I got out some at 10:32, and I got out the balance at 9:94. So it was just kind of a wash trade kind of, as I say, all right. So I had to tell our CEO to not talk because he was interrupting my video. So I have 2 minutes to wrap her up. Basically wrapped up, guys. I mean, I just want you to see I am definitely super excited about the new look of the AI strategies, the strategies themselves. The most important thing, of course, but also the presentation will get better and better and better so that not only can we just zero in on the open profit, or sorry, the profit column, but other columns are going to give us great looks to see where we can really effectively trade. So very excited about going forward. All right, that's it for today. Let me just wrap this up before Dan cuts in again. And again, here's how to get into the room. I'll be in the room at about quarter to 9 tomorrow on the mic live between 9 and 4 o'clock. I hope to see you in the room tomorrow. We're now getting well over 200 people in the room, so it's really starting to grow. So thanks a lot for listening, and we'll see you in the room tomorrow.